On this channel, we have covered Errol Musk, who is Elon Musk's father, multiple times. But in this video today, we're going to see weird Errol Musk give his take on his son's feud with the President of the United States and the orange demigod, Donald Trump. As usual, let's watch the video in full, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts towards the end.
Joining me live is Errol Musk, the father of Elon Musk. Thank you very much indeed for coming on the programme. Errol, it's good to see you again. This has got out of hand, all of this, hasn't it? Do you worry about your boy?
Well, look, basically they've got rid of the opposition. And so now it's the alphas trying to sort themselves out. That's all I can imagine. I'm not very happy with what I'm reading. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes no sense at all.
Which bits are you unhappy about, sir?
I don't know why this has happened, or it just simply makes no sense. I just know that, they got rid of the opposition. They're now looking at, carrying on fighting between each other. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But I know that Elon was upset about putting bribes into the bill to bribe, more or less bribe Democrat congressmen and senators to support the bill. And it's sort of against his principles to do that. He feels he shouldn't be doing that.
But it also,
on the other hand, if you don't do that, Trump's bill doesn't get passed.
Yeah, it also removes some of the subsidies that some of his companies were receiving. So I can see it in his business interest didn't make particular sense, which might also play into that. But I come back to the point about where this is headed. And indeed, Mr. Musk, dare I say it, some of the commentary and questions that have been asked about your son's drug taking or reported drug taking.
Oh, no, that's nonsense. That's absolute nonsense.
You've never known him to take drugs?
No, he can't even take it. He's not even a drinker, let alone drug taker. No.
Do you worry about his health? Because the President of the United States has said that your boy has, quotes, lost his mind. Do you worry about him?
Well, the problem is Elon is not a politician. Politics is, as I've described it to people, it's a deep swimming pool with no bottom and no sides. No matter who you are, Winston Churchill or whoever you are, you never reach the side, you never succeed, you never conquer it. It's the hardest thing in human existence.
Why did he get in the pool then?
Sorry?
Why did Elon Musk get in the politics pool?
Well, he thought it was as easy as running a business. It's not as easy as running a business. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So I'm pretty sure this will fizzle out, and I'm pretty sure they'll make up within a day or two, and that will be the end of it.
Have you messaged him, Elon?
Yes, I have. I've told him to put an end to this.
Has he replied?
I haven't had a chance to even look at my mail, to be honest with you. I've just arrived at the airport. I'm en route to Moscow. In Dubai.
Do you think he wants to put an end to this?
Yes, of course. I don't think they expected, obviously they've been under tremendous stress for months of tremendous stress, 5 months of ongoing stress. So, it can to a certain extent be sort of accepted, understood at least. I mean, if you look at the history of England, for example, how the kings have fought and carried on with each other and locked them in the tower and chopped their heads off and all kinds of things. It's the same kind of thing, and, they're under terrific stress, hardly knowing whether it's day or night most of the time.
Who do you think is ending?
Yeah, I do worry.
Yeah, and you worry about him? You worry about his health?
Yes, I worry about him. I don't know where Trump gets the energy himself at his age. It's quite amazing to me. But I do worry about my son. I do worry because the stress, there's no such thing as being happy, in politics. You go along with it and you grin and bear it. That's all.
Do you think he made a mistake getting so close to Donald Trump?
Yeah, well, we all at some stage or other get pulled into, I suppose, at some stage, into some sort of effort on a political level. And no one ever comes out of it happy, or it's a difficult part of life. I mean, families split up over elections. You know, who this one votes for that side, this one votes for that side. It's a human problem. But again, I think this time a lot of it can be laid at the door of a lot of stress that they've been having, and also the fact that Elon doesn't quite realize that in politics there's a hell of a lot of give and take, hell of a lot of give and take. You know, you don't get to the top all by yourself unscathed. It's give and take all the way.
And he's not unable to compromise, perhaps.
He doesn't know about compromising. He only knows about working with A-level people and succeeding and getting to the top, you know, without any problem, because it's tech, or it's, you know, it's not politics. In politics, you know, Winston Churchill pulled us all rather through the Second World War. You know, in 1945 they had an election, he was thrown out.
Do you think your son has any political ambitions himself, or is this put pay to that?
Well, you know, after this, I'm not too sure. I don't think I think he has a lot to learn about politics, quite frankly. I had to, you know, it's not. I had the Prime Minister of our country explain to me once when I said to him, you know, you should do this and you should do that. This is in South Africa back in the 80s. And he said to me, Errol, he said to me, when you, in my type of job, you have to deal with the disabled, the old, the not so bright, the fairly bright, and so on. You can't pick and choose who you're working with. You've got to deal with everybody. You've got to give everybody a chance. And that's something that Elon would have a lot of trouble at this stage. He still has to learn that.
Does he need a holiday?
Pardon?
Does he need a holiday?
He needs a holiday, yes, for sure.
Just to get rid of the stress. Well, you're off to Mosco.
Yes.
How come is Moscow a holiday?
Sorry?
Is going to Moscow part of the holiday for you, Errol? You off to Moscow?
No. I'm going to a forum on future science projects and stuff like that in Moscow. You know, so last week I was in London, did the Oxford Union talk, and this week I've been in India, and so so for me I'm just moving around. It's very tiring, but I'm doing it anyway.
The life.
I mean, guys, look, I'm not sure about you guys, but Errol Musk, I actually see and understand where Elon gets his weirdness from. Honestly, just listening to his opinion in regards to the feud between Trump and Musk, his responses saying that these guys are under heavy stress, under heavy pressure. This isn't a feud that's about stress or pressure, without a shadow of a doubt. These are two people who are battling for power. You can see it here. You can literally see it, even to the point where Musk has gone as far as mentioning Donald Trump in regards to the Epstein files, saying that Donald Trump is all over them, and then also going a step ahead and literally insinuating that without Elon Musk, Donald Trump wouldn't have won the election. Like, really, really interesting stuff. But Elon Musk giving a really kind of weird interview, and I think it's quite interesting as well. This is just me, you know, jumping to conclusions. Errol Musk is flying out to Moscow. Very interesting. The timing of that as well. Elon Musk's father is flying out to Moscow. But look, guys, as usual, I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to know your guys' opinions. Let me know what you think about this interview with Errol Musk in the comment section down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button. As you guys know, I always want to hear your opinion, and I always get you guys' feedback as well. But turn on the bell notifications so that you'll get updated every single time we upload a brand new video, and turn on notifications as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.